What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Asa Studio once again, another awesome tutorial for you, and we're going to be doing this in Photoshop. Alright, so the aim of the video is to show you how to do your high-end photo retouching, and what I'm talking about is frequency separation. Alright, so this is the photo we're going to be using, and as you can see, this is called Aegis Spot. So I'm going to be showing you a quick tip and also few step and process you can use to actually edit and get the photo, the best out of the photo. Alright, so a couple of things we're going to be doing: frequency separation, color correction, and also color grading, and we're going to be adding more texture to the image or to the skin. Alright, so first step, let's create a hue and saturation layer. I'm going to select the hue and saturation layer, and why am I selecting hue and saturation layer is because I want to get rid of the color. I want to color correct this part of this brownish. I want it to be like this. I would have done that in Capture One, but let's do it in Photoshop. So select this hand tool and then click on this, and immediately you can see that this part is actually selected. You can actually, take it up all the way up, just like so, and then you're going to move the slider just when that place is selected alone. So you can see now I'm going to bring this back a little bit. So let's select just those places or region, something like this. I'll bring this one back a bit and then take this slider up a bit to get the range I want. Okay, let's take it up and then bring this back just a bit. Alright, so now that place is actually covered. You can see that it's mostly selected, some areas, but some areas also are also selected. So what do we need to do? Let's hit back this one to 0, and then let's correct, drag the slider till you have something similar to the image. So just a little bit difference, you can see and make a difference. Now let's go on. Alright, so we'll continue. You can see the before and then the after, just a little bit change. So now I'm going to create a stem visible layer, and then I'm going to work on that separately. So let's group these two together, which is our first step, and then this one is going to be for frequency separation. So Ctrl J twice. I'm going to keep this one for reference, and then name this one color and name this one texture. If you have your frequency separation action, you can actually run it, but it's just the same process for those of you who don't know how to do frequency separation. On the color layer, select the color layer, go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and blur it to the amount you want. So I want more texture, and I'm just going to increase the blur to something like this, and then I'm going to hit OK. Alright, so for the texture layer, I'm going to select it, go to image, apply image, and I'm going to select the merge and select color, and on the multiply blend mode I'm going to change it to subtract, and then I'm going to hit OK. So you can see that more texture is actually selected. So the more you blur, the more you have more texture. Now let's change it back to linear light, and then boom, we're back. I'm going to group these two together, and then I'm going to name it frequency separation, just to identify, to be organized. Alright, for the color layer we're going to use the mixer tool brush, and for the texture layer we're going to use the close down tool. So let's start with the mixer tool brush. If your circle is not showing, just because your cap lock is on. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the cap lock, and I'm going to start blending. Set your brush according to where you see it, the way you want it. So I'm going to start blending right away. So it's just to just follow the contour of our skin and you are good. So like this. So I'm pushing in just to make the color rhyme, pushing in from the outside inside, and you can see that I want the color from outside to draw close. If I paint from here outside, it's going to drag the color, the brown color outside, so it's going to be staining the rest part. So the best way to do it is to drag like this. So you drag the color from outside inside. So I keep doing this till I get a smooth skin color. And you know, just keep brushing and blending all skin together. Alright, so I've tried blending the skin together, and so far so good. We can turn on this layer and see before and then after, before and then after. Alright, so now I'm going to turn it back off. Let's work on the texture this time. So click on the texture layer, and then we're going to be sampling and replacing. So hold down Alt to sample an area, and then click on to replace. Hold down Alt, click, hold down Alt. So we're just trying to cover up what. So try and select where have skin texture. If you know you can't get enough skin texture, don't worry about that. We can create artificial skin texture, realistic skin texture for the image. Alright, so I'm going to do this after a while. I'm going to show you what I did. So just the same process. So once again, still doing the frequency separation. Like I said, hold down Alt, left click, and put on the place you want to fix, go over there and then left click. So hold down Alt, left click, and then click, Alt, left click, and click. So just like that, and make sure your align tool is not on, turned on. So somewhere like this, hold down Alt, click over it, hold down Alt, click over it, Alt, click, hold down Alt, click over it. Alright, so I'm done with the frequency separation. So this is how it looks before, and then this is after. So this is before, and then this is after. Now after that, we're going to do one more frequency separation. So Control Shift Alternate S to create a stem visible layer. Let's open up the mask. Create a stem visible layer, Control Shift Alternate E. Control Shift Alternate E. Okay, I'm going to drag it above, and I'm going to turn this one on. So let's do another frequency separation. So this will be another reference, and name this one. Oh, come on. I want to name it reference ref. I'm going to name this one reference ref. And now we have this one again, color, and I'm going to name this one texture. So same process. This one, go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then I'm not going to blur it so much. I'm just going to blur it a little. So let's cancel it, turn this one off. And the reason why I'm doing it, blurring it a little, is because I want to actually finally blend the full skin color. Alright, so Gaussian blur, this is too much right now. I'm just going to blur it a little, so somewhere around there, because I need a little bit texture. And then I'm going to click OK. And for this one, on image, apply image, and let's go to merge, color, and subtract. So click on OK, change it back to linear light, and this is frequency separation 2. So I'm going to name it frequency separation 2, and let's open it and do some blending. So for the color layer, we're going to select this one, and then we're going to blend it one more time, the final blending. So you can see that actually is now making this, changing to the color of the skin. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get back to you. After all, let me just even play it so you see what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to blend this, and you can see how amazing it actually looks right there. For this one, I'm going to make it smaller, then I'm going to do it same thing with this somewhere there. I'm going to open this up, and then I'm going to blend this side. I'm going to fix this side with the texture, so don't worry about that. No time, we'll fix that. Alright, so I'm going to blend and keep blending, and don't forget the highlight is very important. Okay. Alright, so this side, just going to blend it and blend this one too in, so as to get the color you need. I'm going to blend this together, blend this together, and blend this together. Alright, I'm going to take it up, and I'm going to blend this as well. I'm also going to blend this as well. I'm going to blend it like this. So keep blending your image, till you get the right one to use. Alright, so I'm going to blend this side too, and you can keep doing that till you get the best out of your image. I'm going to do this as well. Alright, so let's go to the texture, and this time around let's add in some texture. I'm going to hold down Alt, and I'm just going to cover some places like that. This side as well, cover some places, and we can pick some of the skin texture and then just fix it around somewhere with that skin texture. Alright, so let's see our before and then our after. So with this one on, before and after. Alright, so this is how to get the right one. Alright, so for I'm going to select the color back to this one, and then I'm going to blend this one as well, and the mouth. So now we're done. We can actually create a stamp visible layer again this time, and then we can turn this one off, turn this one off. So what next? The next thing we're going to do is to actually dodge and burn. So get another one, curve, and take this one down a little. Just take it down, and then duplicate it and double click on it, and this time around raise it up. So I'm just going to raise it up a little bit, and then bring this one down a little bit like that. Alright, so now I'm going to invert, Ctrl I, this one invert, Ctrl I. So let's pick the brush tool, and I'm going to make it smaller, and this is the one we have that's actually darker. So let's work with the white one first. So with the highlight, I'm going to draw a straight line. Okay, let's change it to black and white. Draw a straight line to brighten up our nose like this. I'm going to make this one smaller, and then on a chin like that. I'm going to make it bigger, and then I'm going to bring it just somewhere here and bring it like this. I'm going to bring it like this, so somewhere like that. I'm going to take it right here, and then we can actually bring it down. Okay, so let's feather it out. Go to Window, Properties, and then feather it out just like that. I'm gonna click the exporting, come to this, and then let's do some burning. So I'm gonna make this one like this, make this one like this, increase it, and create this one like this, and create this one like this. I'm gonna bring it down the chin, then down the chin, just small a little on this side, and on this side. And let's go to Windows, Properties, and let's blur it out or feather it out a little. That looks good. Alright, so now I'm going to double click on this one to bring out the blending option and the effect on the underlaying layer. If you see, we take it out, so I'm going to leave it like right there. Hold down Alt and then separate it out. I'm still going to take it a little bit to the front, and I'm going to hit OK. So same thing with this one. I'm going to do the opposite, bring it backwards, so somewhere like that. I'm going to hold down Alt to split that, and then bring it back a little bit, and then click on OK. So now we can actually group the two together, and then decrease the opacity just a little like that, till we barely see the dodging and burning. So I'm going to leave it like that. And now let's create a stamp visible layer again, and go to Filter, Camera Raw, Filter. So on the camera raw filter, I'm going to open the basic tab, and let's increase the highlight, decrease the shadows to create more contrast. I'm going to decrease the white a little, or let's just bring it up, then decrease the blacks just like that. Let's increase the texture just a bit. I don't want too much, like 8 or so. I'm going to go down and then increase the vibrance. Alright, so let's go to the curve, create an X curve, click here, take it up, then click here, bring it down. So somewhere like this looks okay. That's too much. Just an X curve. So we can see the before and then the after. That's actually too much. Take it up a little bit. That's too bright. I'm on the sweet spot for it. Okay, so let's see if there's a, okay, that looks great. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the color mixer. Now I want the the red part to look like the yellow, so but our lips is actually red, so let's make the hue of the red like that. You can see what's happening to the lips. And the orange, I want to bring back to the yellow part like this, just a little bit, not too much. And then the hue of the yellow, I'm going to take it forward to go towards the oranges. Let's see how this one looks. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. There's no green in the photo. Go to saturation, and on the saturation, I'm going to make the saturation of the orange come out a little bit more. And let's see about the decreasing of the saturation of the yellows. So that's not looking okay. I'm just going to see the one that works fine. Let's decrease it a little bit like that. And for the red, you can increase saturation just for the lips, but yeah, showing like this, so I believe that's too much. Okay, so let's bring it back to 50 for the 4. Now we're going to go to the last part, which is the calibration, and we can actually increase the primary and bring back the blues, look for the sweet spot for the greens. So I'm going to take it forward, same way the red is, so we can see our before and then our after. So and then we're going to click OK. So now if you want to keep on color grading, you can go color balance. Let's go to color balance, and for color grading, adding for the, let's start with the shadows. I'm adding some red in the shadows and make it bluish, and bring back the magenta. We're going to go to the highlight, and we can actually add in some magenta as well, but yeah, let's add in some magenta, and let's see the one that works fine. Add in some red. Let's take up the blues, midtones, decrease the reds, and let's see, maybe we need some blues. Yeah, magenta. Okay, so we need some blues. I think I'm just going to leave this one just as it is. So +5, -5, -2. Let's just leave it at +5, and then let's see before and then after. All right, so that looks fine. While doing this, you can actually look at the photo you're actually editing. Okay, all right, so this is where I'm actually going to stop. So if you want more skin texture, you can actually check up videos on that. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I can actually create a stem visible layer again, or match these two layers, and then let's see where we started from. So we started from here to reference 1, reference 2, reference 3, and the last one, reference 4. So from here to here. I'll see you guys in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you.